Warning: the following content contains a lot of spoilers. If you don't want to get spoiled, feel free to click off this video and watch a different video of mine. You're free to come back here after you completed the anime. Viewers' discretion is advised. Alright, what the hell was I even watching? This has to be the weirdest and most out-of-plot anime I have ever seen. I know it's like the third video in a row where I say the plot is out of pocket, but I have nothing else to say. Anyways, let's get right to the introduction.妄想代理人, also known as Paranoia Agent, is an original anime series created by Satoshi Kon. Rest in peace. Plus, this is the first time in this series that the anime isn't based on a manga or a light novel, and there isn't anything related that would be created later. So this is an original anime series after all. Anyways, the anime series was released in 2004 and lasted only 13 episodes. It was animated by Madhouse, and this is the third or fifth anime animated by the animation studio after Frieren in the Black Lagoon series. Alright, let's get right to the plot. We start the anime with a woman named Tsukiko, and Tsukiko is a character designer. She has created a successful character, which is a pink dog named Moromi. But one day, when she was walking back home, she suddenly got hit in the head with a golden baseball bat. So when she got taken to the hospital to recover, some detectives questioned her about who attacked her. She described her attacker as an elementary school boy wearing golden inline skates and a red hat. The young detective Maniwa corroborates with Tsukiko, but the older detective Ikari doesn't and believes she's making things up. So later on, while a reporter tries to talk to Tsukiko for details on her case, he gets hit by a bat as well, making him the second victim. So when the situation is being broadcast on the news, he is now called Little Slugger. So much so that a popular 6th grade student named Ichi starts losing his reputation by being falsely accused of being Little Slugger. Ichi then starts putting all the blame on another student named Ushi for starting that rumor. Ichi then wishes Little Slugger could hit Ushi, which comes true and Little Slugger comes out of nowhere and hits Ushi. But Ichi still acts delusional and he's still being called Little Slugger, until he himself gets attacked by Little Slugger, which eventually clears his name. Our next victim to be attacked by Little Slugger is Ichi's personal tutor, Harumi. Harumi is a woman with dissociative identity disorder who struggles to get rid of her prostitution alter ego after she wanted to focus on marriage. This would all come to an end when Little Slugger attacks her, making her DID go away. Our next victim is a rookie police officer named Masami, who is struggling with financial problems and is being targeted by a Yakuza group for his money. He has trouble supporting his family, knowing how to spend his money correctly, and all kinds of stuff. He even starts robbing people for their money, but this still makes him struggle even more. So one day, when he's on the road begging for help, Little Slugger comes out of nowhere and hits Masami. However, he doesn't go down right away like all other victims. Masami then arrests Little Slugger and taken into custody. But, did Masami arrest Little Slugger? So when he's being questioned by Ikari and Maniwa, they see that this Little Slugger is an 8th grade student named Kosuka. So Kosuka admits to his attacks and why he committed them. He says that he believes he was playing a real-life medieval RPG game. Alright, I will get back to him since during this time, Little Slugger, the real one, strikes again. Once again, around this time, this teenager named Taeko is in the storm all alone, trying to run away from home. Her father, who is Masami, becomes worried about Taeko and starts calling her, and she would answer all coldly. The reason for this is that when Taeko went on the computer, she found a file in the computer's recycle bin. This file was a folder of explicit pictures of her, so when she went inside her room, she destroyed her room and the hidden camera. Fast forward to now, while in the storm all alone, after she wishes that everything could become empty, Little Slugger then appears and hits her in the head. So when Masami visits her in the hospital, all of Taeko's memories vanish, so that means she doesn't remember anything or anyone. Now, back to Kosuke. Kosuke then tells Maniwa and Hikari that he only attacks 2 people, Ushi and Manami, but they don't believe him and they put him in a prison cell. So when he's in a prison cell, the real Little Slugger appears and kills Kosuke. Turns out, Kosuke was an imposter. He was not the real Little Slugger the whole time. Alright, the last part I will explain is pretty confusing, so I will try my best to explain. All of a sudden, Tokyo is attacked by a black mass, which is caused by Little Slugger while he is in rampage mode. Maniwa has been trying to defeat Little Slugger, but he cannot do it all by himself. He then calls Hikari for help. He first ignores him, but he later destroys the whole world he was put in. After destroying the world, he goes back to Tokyo, but it's all destroyed and full of Moromi toys. That's where he sees Maniwa, and Maniwa tells Hikari the most unexpected news to hear. Moromi is based on Tsukiko's real puppy who was killed after running into traffic during her childhood. Tsukiko basically let go of Moromi's leash after she got a cramp. After Moromi died, Tsukiko was afraid of how her dad would react if she told him what has happened, so she created a fake story of how Little Slugger attacked Moromi. So when the Black Mask takes Tsukiko, the current Tsukiko goes to her flashback of the event when Moromi died. She will comfort her younger self and accept Moromi's death, which stops the Black Mask and the Little Slugger attack for good. In the end, 2 years later, Tokyo is now back to normal, which means the anime ends with no more Little Slugger attacks or anything similar to that. What an insane anime plot, and what a way to end off an anime. Let's move on to the animation. The animation, while not the best design, I still respect it if it's created by Satoshi Kon, so I would say that the animation in this anime is decent at best. So yeah, let's move on to the opening and ending themes. I will be honest, the opening is haunting to watch and listen to. Speaking of listening, it's extremely loud. I bet it reminds you of waking up to George Lopez in the middle of the night. Wanna know a little fact? This opening was the first opening to be uploaded onto YouTube. The ending on the other hand, there is not a lot happening other than instrumental, but it sounds nice to listen to. Both the opening and ending themes are performed by Susumu Hirasawa. Let's move on to the voice acting. The voice acting was pretty traumatic, but it fits well for an anime about serious topics. I am just not a fan of Moromi's voice the most, since I found it to be ear-bleeding to listen to. But everyone else's voices are perfect and fitting for their appearance. Let's move on to the pacing. The pacing isn't bad at all, but it felt slow for me due to how I felt sick while watching the anime. But without that, the pacing is just right. Time for my final review. Time for my final review on Paranoia Agent. I'm placing Paranoia Agent on Good Show That's Nice, just above Sanda. It was in between Feel Free to Watch It and Good Show That's Nice, but since this anime was confusing to watch, I decided to place it here for now. So yeah, time for my next anime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes! God, I actually wanted to watch this. Thank you. Thank you, Wheel. Time for my outro. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And please follow my socials in the description down below. And since you know what my next anime is going to be, stay tuned for that. Until then, this is Enjeru signing off.